I presented this case, I believe it, a couple of weeks ago. This patient who came to see me almost 2 years ago for endodontic retreatment of tooth number 3. According to the patient, the root canal was done a couple of years prior to him coming to see me, and suddenly, a few days before he came to see me, he was in so much pain and agony that he ended up having to go to an emergency room, the hospital. There, he was given pain medication, antibiotics, and he ended up at the dentist's office, the dentist who did the root canals, and from there, he was referred to from that office. He was referred to another general dentist's office. And patient was confused and all that stuff. Then why was he referred from one general dentist office to another general dentist office? Anyways, the second general dentist whom he was referred to referred the patient to me. And anyways, regarding tooth number 3, and I presented this case a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, there's a broken file there, almost perforated in the palatal with that post, periapical relucency there and there. So we discussed options with the patient, and patient wanted to try to save the tooth. So we went through the crown and removed this post, and of course there was a missed MB2. I didn't even try to remove this broken file because it's broken beyond the curvature of the tooth. I tried to bypass it, I couldn't. But when I found that missed MB2, I was very happy that I was optimistic. In this angulation, you can see the periapical relucency here and here, and again you can see that prefab metal post almost perforating to the outside. He basically went this way instead of following the canal path, the path of the canal. It left some, you can see it left some gutta percha behind even, so drilled this way. And this is another angulation. Again, you can see the periapical relucency here and here. You can see how close he's gotten to perforating that root. And look at tooth number 5. The same dentist had done the root canal on tooth number 5. And you can see a large periapical relucency there as well. And in this angulation, you can see that the dentist missed a palatal canal on tooth number 5. So this is immediately after I redid the root canal on tooth number 3. You can see that there was a missed MB2 canal, completely separate from the MB1 canal, and we were able to regain patency in all the canals, as you can see. And that's the post space prep that you can see I obturated with gutta percha and sealer, where you can see how close he has gotten to perforating that root there. And as you can see, that was almost 2 years ago. 1/20/2022. This, and again, this is immediately after we redid the root canal, and he was supposed to come back to see us so we can work on tooth number 5. And this was just a few days ago when he came in finally for me to redo the root canal on tooth number 5. And take a look here, tooth number 3. So this would be 2 years, almost 2 years post-op of tooth number 3. Patient had 0 symptoms, tooth was in full function, but patient still had the cavit from 2 years ago. He hadn't gone to the dentist to have tooth number 3 restored permanently, so the cavit was still in tooth number 3. And this is the date, as you can see, the day I saw him would have been almost 2 years post-op of tooth number 3. And I told him, I said, why didn't you have your dentist restore tooth number 3 permanently anyways? But the cavit, surprisingly, most of the cavit was intact. But again, cavit is only good for a few weeks, not 2 years. So you can see the periapical relucency is healed completely. Again, patient had 0 symptoms, no symptoms. Tooth was in full function, but he just hadn't restored the tooth permanently. and he still had the cavity that I put in 2 years ago in the endo axis. Anyways, so I told him, I said, listen, man, cavity is only good for a few weeks. Cavity's not good for 2 years. But anyway, so today he came back. So this is 2 years post-op of tooth number 3. As you can see, again, those periapical lucencies healed completely. Patient had no symptoms whatsoever, and tooth was in full function. So today patient came back so I could work on tooth number 5, and again you can see there's a missed palatal canal there, and you can see that large periapical lucency. So today we went through the PFM crown. This was a plastic thermofill obturator, and this is it. This is the actual plastic thermofill obturator that we removed, and I have videos. I've made a few videos on how I remove these. So if you want to watch them, just look for them. I have them posted here on TikTok and on my Instagram page and YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and watch those videos. And here's the post-op. As you can see, that's the missed palatal canal right there. These were 23 millimeter long roots, and you can see that they're completely separate. So these first premolars, 85% of the time, they have 2 canals. So if you're only finding 1 canal, you need to be really suspicious that they definitely should have 2 canals. So definitely. Anyways, that's the missed palatal canal that we were able to locate. As you can see, everything went great. We went ahead and temporized the tooth and referred the patient back to his dentist. And again, I emphasize to the patient, what I'm putting in, that temporary filling, is only good for a few weeks, not a few years. And I made sure I put that in the report as well to the general dentist. But anyways, everything went great. And again, this is 2 years post-op of tooth number 3 that we did the root canal on. You can see those periapical lucencies healed completely, and I'm optimistic for tooth number 5. I'm optimistic that the same thing will happen. So this periapical lucency will heal in a few months. And again, we redid these root canals in 1 appointment. So this number 3, I redid the root canal 2 years ago in 1 appointment, and this we redid it in 1 appointment.